Hey guys, I just thought I would do a video here on how to read chord charts, okay? Another lesson. And basically when you're first learning how to play guitar, one of the first things you got to learn how to do is, to get playing is typically people start learning how to play chords, okay? A sequence of notes sounds good in harmony. You learn a couple of different chords. You learn like a C major, you learn a G major, you learn a D, E minor, whatever, okay? This is typically where people start. So in order to do that, first thing you got to learn is how to read a chord chart, okay? What is a chord chart? A chord chart is basically this grid here, and it makes it very easy for us to read exactly where you should put your fingers on the neck of the guitar in order to produce a particular chord, okay? And you'll be learning a lot of them. So here we have this particular thing. Vertically, we have these lines here, which represent each of the 6 strings of your guitar. Okay, we've got a E, A, D, G, B, and E, just like it represents here, okay? It goes from left to right, just like your guitar does, okay? So, and then horizontally, you have these long lines, okay? And they represent basically frets of your guitar, okay? So like this dark line here represents the nut of your guitar, then the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, and 5th fret, okay? So if you look left to right, top to bottom, this looks exactly like your chord chart, okay? Exactly the same. And then another thing about reading this notation is on the very top here you have X's or O's. An X basically means you don't play that note, and an O means you do play the note in an open string, okay? And then you have some dots here in the middle which are lining up on the particular strings and in between the particular frets. This tells you, for example, hey, play the 3rd fret of the 5th string, which is an A. That produces the note, which is a C. Okay. Play the 2nd fret of the D string, which is going to produce an E. Play the open G string. Play the 1st fret of the B string, which is going to produce a C, and then play the open E string. Okay. So what that's going to be is you take your guitar and then you put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st fret of the 2nd string, okay, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, okay, and then you make sure you have nice hand clearance, and then you go ahead and strum, okay, strum. Now I'm not going to play this low E string. And then you get a nice C major sound. Okay, so this is basically how to read a chord chart. Okay, I have another example of a chord chart to this side of the board, and this is basically an E minor 7, which is another chord. Okay, there are a couple of differences between this chord chart and this chord chart. The very first thing is you'll notice, hey, there's no super dark line at the top, so there's no nut. Okay, and I didn't put all the numbers on the right side. Okay. The second thing you'll notice is, hey, I actually put these numbers in between these dots, which is going to tell you which of your 4 fingers to use. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, is how we normally refer to them. And then you notice there's also this giant bar over these ones here. Okay, these ones across here. So, what are these 3 differences? The first thing is there's no nut, so you don't know where along your guitar you're supposed to be playing. Okay, but if you did pay attention, you notice, hey, I got this notation here. This is 7FR. That stands for 7th fret. So this tells you that this particular line here is the 7th fret of the guitar. So you're going to want to bar across the first 5 strings of the 7th fret of the guitar. Okay, and then you will know that you will put your 3rd finger on the 7th, 8th, and 9th fret of the guitar, and you put your 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the guitar, of course on the 4th and 2nd string respectively. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, go ahead, take your bar, put it here, okay, first 5 strings, and then I get take your 2nd finger and put it on the 8th fret, and then take your 3rd finger and put it on the 9th fret, okay, of those respective strings, again, the 2nd and 4th strings, and then you strum just the bottom 5. And you get this nice E minor 7 sound. Okay? Good. And I mean, I left this notation off. I should probably correct this. Yeah, technically we really wouldn't really be playing that open string at all. Okay, so if they omit it, then okay, just know that you don't play it. Yeah, so just basically. So these are two examples of chord charts to play in C major and E minor 7. So when you get a new tune and it has, chord charts, or, it might have some other notation to determine your chord progressions, you'll be able to read them just like that, and then figure it out and practice, and then you'll be good. Okay? Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.